There we are. Welcome, folks.
Hi, everybody.
I'm Sandy O from Emma's Revolution.
And I'm Pat Humphreys.
Here we are, looking slightly different because some things are slightly different. It's Sunday, August something or other, 28th, and we announced this week some really fantastic news. We're so glad you all are here to join us. And first off, we want to thank our fantastic tech team who help us keep things running here. That was Marcy running the video, and we've got Rada in the house today too. And Moria, Toby, Paula, and Alice round out our marvelous tech team, as Shireen says right there. So thank you and big love. As I mentioned, we announced some big news this week in our newsletter that we are going to be on the big screen. We are having
we're going to be on a
big
screen
screen.
anyway.
We're going to be on a screen. There's a documentary film that's going to be made about us by a fantastic filmmaker named Tom Weidlinger. He's got an incredible history of creating beautiful, powerful documentaries about social justice issues or featuring social justice issues. So we know he's the right guy for us. And you can't see him, but he's right there in the room.
He's right behind.
Us.
He's lurking in the background here today.
And there he is. And the song that we're going to sing for you today is one of the songs that's going to be featured in that film. And that's why we chose to sing it. And we're bringing you a special guest today. Pass the popcorn, says Kathy, for the film. Yes, we are really thrilled about having our work become represented visibly and visually for folks. You know, we've been doing this music justice work for 20 years now. Together, and more for Pat before then. And it's really an honor, and we're thrilled about it. And you can help us do that. So you know how arts projects are. They require funding, and you can be our funders as well. So we invite you to make a contribution because we've already started work on it, including today. And so we've already got costs in the running. We'll be launching a formal fundraiser in early 2023, but you can start donating today, and our tech team will put our usual donation information into the chat there on Zoom. Thank you, Marcy, and on Facebook. And you can send us a contribution and be part of really making this a people's history that can be visible for years and years to come.
We also encourage you to pass the word. You know, we know that some of you don't have funds that you can spare right now, just coming out of this pandemic, and we so appreciate you being here as part of this audience throughout this time and beyond. But passing the word might reach somebody who actually does have some resources that they can help share. So we so appreciate you all being with us today. It's we've already shed tears listening to Gina because her playing is just so beautiful, and she and Hurricane Katrina are what inspired this song, and it was our wondering where Gina was in the world when Katrina hit that really started us into this story.
And so we wrote the song, so it was 17 years ago, and we really drew on the images that you may remember if you were watching the news anywhere in the world, the images of people on the rooftops hoping and waiting to be rescued, or the images of people using their boats to go through their streets or their neighborhoods to help rescue people. And of course, people were separated and people died. And it could have been handled so much better. And as Pat said, our intensity around that event also was colored by the fact that we wanted to know how our really fabulous and dear friend Gina Forsyth was. So we're going to sing the song through, as we always do on these sessions, and we'll teach you some of it, and then we'll be bringing Gina up so you can meet her and hear from her. Folks who are joining us on Facebook, there's a link at the top of your post where you can download the lyrics with chords, and you can play as I'm playing them with a capo at 7, or you can play them as Pat's playing them in open position.
I'm going to do my best to make my fingers visible. But I'm playing all the way at the in open position here, so.
Well, we can when we focus on guitars, we'll move the screen a little bit.
Yeah.
So put yourself back in that time, those images, the people, and we'll sing Where Are You Now? Where are you now? Where did you stay? Do you have food? Are you okay? Where did you sleep? Are you in peace? Where are you now? Where are you now? I held your hand firmly in mine, watched up ahead, pulled you behind. Then the tides surged, I couldn't hold on. My love couldn't hold back a current so strong. Where are you now? Where did you stay? Do you have food? Are you okay? Where did you sleep? Are you in peace? Where are you now? Where are you now? I caught a glimpse, I thought it was you. Then the crowds rushed, the guardsmen pushed through. Where are you bound? How will I know? Where will we meet? Where did you go? Where are you now? Where did you stay? Do you have food? Are you okay? Where did you sleep? Are you in peace? Where are you now? Where are you now? What will be left of the lives we had made when the storm breaks and the winds fade? Will we find hope? Will we find greed when the skies clear and the waters recede? Where are you now? Where did you stay? Do you have food? Are you okay? Where did you sleep? Are you in peace? Where are you now? 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 Thanks so much for singing that with us and for blowing that kiss, Lori. Thank you.
Thank you, love.
Yeah. So that's how it felt to us, seeing all of that, knowing all of that. And this is a bit of an unusual song for us, I would say. You know, I don't know that I don't usually have a bunch of songs that start with the chorus, and then also the chord pattern on this song is the same throughout the song. And for me, there's something about that constancy, and you'll hear a little bit more of that when we talk about guitar parts, that's sort of akin to being under the water. like there was just this continual flow of water and everything happens under that. So we'll start as we like to do with the chorus, and I will sing you my part, and then we'll teach you Pat's harmony part. And Radha is saying, I had a mentor who was a minister at the UU Church of New Orleans when Katrina hit. Much of the stories I heard of her experience and the aftermath of trying to locate members of the congregation resonate so strongly in this song. Heartfelt and powerful and beautiful. Thank you, Radha.
Yes. She's also a friend of ours, so we know some of that story.
I see that we have folks watching us with us on Facebook. Thanks for your comments there, too. Emma said, this has always been one of my very favorite Emma's Rev songs. Never knowing the backstory. Thank you, Emma. All right, so let's start with my chorus, Where Are You Now? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Where are you now? Where did you stay? Do you have food? Are you okay? Where did you sleep? Are you in peace? Where are you now? Where are you now? I'll do that one more time and see how you're doing. 2, 3. Where are you now? Where did you stay? Do you have food? Are you okay? Where did you sleep? Are you in peace? Where are you now? Where are you now? So the only time it goes down is at the end. Where are you now? Everything else is question. Where are you now? Where did you stay? Do you have food? Are you okay? Where did you sleep? Are you in peace? Where are you now? Where are you now? So let's see how you're doing. We're going to go to gallery view. You getting that? I see thumbs up. That's great. If you needed another time, you could roll your finger like that for us. Okay, great. Let us go on to Pat's harmony part. And I'll sing my part softly so you have something to sing against.
Yeah, and I'll play my arpeggiated guitar part too. I was just trying to leave some more space, sonic space for Sam's part. But okay. 1, 2. Where are you now? Where did you stay? Do you have food? Are you okay? Where did you sleep? Are you in peace? Where are you now? Where are you now? It's very simple, very straight ahead, but yeah, let's do 2 again. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Where are you now? Where did you stay? Do you have food? Are you okay? Where did you sleep? Are you in peace? Where are you now? Where are you now?
Let's see how folks are doing with that. I see that Sheila's got a question. Is it E, B minor, A, back to E? So Pat's playing in open E chords.
Yeah, just a regular, standard tuning.
It's E major, F sharp minor,
A.
D.
I mean D. Sorry,
D,
D and E, and then let's see, B, F sharp minor, D, then to E, and then for the second half, F sharp minor, D, A, E.
And we do have chords. Yeah, good. Thanks, Marcy. Marcy just put a link for you, Sheila, where you can download for free the lyrics with the chords as Pat plays them. So let's see how people are doing with Pat's harmony. if you would like to hear it again, or if you got it, thumbs up, and I see an otra.
Okay.
So let's do it again.
Yeah.
Maybe let's try it without the guitars,
Sure.
because that's how folks like it, and I'll sing my part
Yeah.
with you softly.
Okay, ready?
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3. Where are you now? Where did you stay? Do you have food? Are you okay? Where did you sleep? Are you in peace? Where are you now? Where are you now?
Let's do it one more time. Let's just do that first section and then do the second. We'll check it and see if the first section is people are getting. All right.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Where are you now? Where did you stay? Do you have food? Are you okay?
So let's see how that section is. I feel like that one you're probably going to give me a thumbs up on, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's pretty
Let's do the
pretty
second
simple
section.
part.
And maybe, let's do the second section.
Where did you sleep? Are you in peace? Where are you now? Where are you now?
Let's do that one more time. That low note that you do is so beautiful, and I don't think I ever heard it while I'm playing the guitar and everything. It's really beautiful. In the where did you sleep part?
Okay.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Where did you sleep? Are you in peace? Where are you now? Where are you now?
Let's see if that's making sense.
And
to
Stan's
folks.
part has that nice little movement, in that last note against my, note that stays in the same place.
All right, let's see. Is that helping for the second part? Yeah? Okay. Let's just do it once, putting it together, and then we can probably move on to the verses.
Yeah. Acapella. I'll do
Probably.
that. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Where are you now? Where did you stay? Do you have food? Are you okay? Where did you sleep? Are you in peace? Where are you now? Where are you now?
Let's see how folks feel about that.
Yeah, pretty clear,
All
right?
right, all right. Beautiful. Let's go through the first verse at least, and then I think we're going to bring up our special guest. So let's start with the chorus so you have a chance to sing it. Actually, it's just only my part. So
Yep.
we'll just start on the verse and we'll do the chorus right after that first verse. And I believe that it starts with, I held your hand. We have one device that we didn't set up because there's so many other things set up in the space. So let me look back at the lyrics. Yep. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3. I held your hand firmly in mine, watched up ahead, pulled you behind, then the tide surged, I couldn't hold on, my love couldn't hold back, a current so strong. Where are you now? Where did you stay? Do you have food? Are you okay? Where did you sleep? Are you in peace? Where are you now? Where are you now? So let's do the verse part again, but I wanted to give you a chance to sing that chorus. So here's a verse, same verse. 2, 3. I held your hand firmly in mine, watched up ahead, pulled you behind, then the tides surged, I couldn't hold on, my love couldn't hold back, a current so strong. I'll sing it one more time. 2, 3. I held your hand firmly in mine, watched up ahead, pulled you behind, then the tides surged, I couldn't hold on, my love couldn't hold back, a current so strong. So let's see if that's verse is making sense to you. Good. Look at you all picking it up. Yeah, so it has this consistency, right? I held your hand firmly in mine. Not much motion. And the only time it pushes through is I couldn't hold on. You know, where there's that burst through this constant sort of feel of this song. And let's talk a minute for the guitars, and then we'll bring Gina up, because what I was noticing when I was working on those charts for you, and let's keep in mind that I hadn't played the song really probably in 8 years, if not. I mean, we play it once in
You've
a
done
while,
it since then,
but we really haven't played it that much. And I was doing the chords, and I was, you know, I knew it was this A add 9, which is a chord that apparently I love and I use in lots of my songs, and doing these sessions with you all has allowed me to learn that about myself, that there are chords I love and sounds that I love. And the second chord, it's like a B minor chord, but I'm leaving that top string open. And so what you have is both, and again, I'm playing capoed, so I'm talking about key names that are not what you're playing if you're playing on a piano or a violin or anything. I'm playing a B minor. It has a third in it, but it also has a fourth because of that open string. So there's that tension.
And you're capo 7,
I'm
right?
at capo 7.
So she's way up in the stratosphere on the neck.
Yeah. And then for that next chord, at first when I was doing the chord chart, I thought, oh, it's just a G chord. But you can hear how sunny that chord sounds and too complete, right? And this whole story was about the question, where were people? Where are you now? And so I leave that top note off. Just leave your pinky off. And again, that same note that's been ringing through here and here, it rings here. And people might think, well, what's the big deal? You know, it's just whether you got your finger here or you got your finger off. But the feel of it, for me, is this kind of like the high water mark of that flood. And everything happens underneath that high water mark. All the chords move underneath that high water mark like this. So there's just sort of this consistent thing that all the words, all the questions are under that high water mark, and only sometimes in the song where there's that burst. I couldn't hold on. And I wanted to tell you all about this because for me, the songs really, the whole point of a song like this is to capture that emotion that we all were feeling and then be able to bring it back to you right now. So it's the lyrics, it's the tune, it's the chords being constant under there to help support that experience of what happened in Katrina when the high water line was so high. Do you want to say something about your guitar part as well?
You know, there's so much really subtle, beautiful, kind of stark movement in Sandy's part that I didn't want to get in the way of it. So I just keep this very steady, very simple, arpeggiated guitar part, and that's just, you know, a fancy word for one note at a time. So
I'm going to turn it towards you so you can,
yeah, and let me
see.
lift up.
I don't know about that.
Let me see. I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna brace this on you a little
Okay.
bit and see if I can do this, so that you can actually see my hand. I'm doing really, really simple chords. So just back to the E, F sharp minor. So I'm just playing those one note at a time. And even if I do a little variation, up to the other strings, it's okay. I just try to keep this very steady, sort of, there's one of the overall feelings in writing this song, but there was just, I don't know about you, but I was just holding a lot of grief over watching the images in the news. And, so many questions about family members wondering where their loved ones had ended up and if they were still alive, and that tension. I just wanted to kind of hold that tension a little bit, but also hold that kind of steady, like, okay, we're all in this, we're all watching, we're there. We're there for you. You're not alone in this experience.
And there's some nice comment there. Emma said, for me, that note that was always constant, and she was when I was talking about the constant note, and you do that constant note. You have you do the add 9 up there too on your D, so you do that sort of open thing. Yeah, and Emma was saying that note was always the constant, as in the note of recognition, the note I need to follow to find my loved one. Yeah,
that's lovely.
Thank you, Emma. That's beautiful. So I think, speaking of being there, let us bring up our friend who we love so much. You've heard her here. We brought her in to teach you one of her songs, and she's joined us for concerts.
If you've heard our recordings
more than one time, right?
Yeah, she's on the Roots Rockin' Revolution.
And wow, let me just reach my arm around everything. So please join us in welcoming our friend all the way from Louisiana. Please welcome Gina Forsyth.
Hi.
Hello.
Hey.
It's so great to see you all.
Great to see
it's
you.
It's great to see you with Pat and Sandy.
It's lovely to see you. And we were talking with you when we first saw you. First of all, we love you and we miss you, and we're so glad we got to see you and Jan this summer. But when we were talking about doing a song for this session that's going to be in the film, we thought about this one so that we could bring you on, so that we could talk to you about how that time was for you, because we've been saying about how it was for us, but also so that folks could hear you play some of that incredible violin part that you played on our recording.
Thank you.
And I remember at that time, we were just wondering how you were, and I think Pat reached out to you on Facebook.
I think I texted, actually.
It was either a text or an email. I actually didn't even have a cell phone until about a week after the storm. My friend Shauna Torres from Massachusetts sent me a cell phone.
Wow.
Oh, that's
like it was it wasn't even a flip phone, but it was a phone. I was in a festival. When Katrina hit, I was in a festival. I was playing a festival in Denmark, and so the first hurdle was getting back to the States, and I knew I wasn't coming home because the airport was closed.
Wow.
And then, once we got into the United States, I heard about how horrible it was and how the levees had broken, and places like Broadmoor, which is about the lowest part of the city and where the first UU church had just moved to about a year or two ago, that they were under about 6 feet of water. So yeah, it was rough going. I knew people who lost their homes. I knew people who didn't make it. I knew people who lost musical instruments, and thanks to a program called Music Rising through NARIS and the Grammys, a lot of that was some of that was restored. Of course, like the feeling of you can lose things that matter to you and people that matter to you. That feeling of insecurity. That feeling of security is not quite restored, and in that knowledge. Well, so I went from Denmark to Cincinnati, and then from Cincinnati I flew into Memphis, and my cat sitter, my cat sitter and her partner Dudley, had the fortitude to drive to Memphis with my cats in my car.
That's amazing.
and a computer and a guitar, and I talked to him in Denmark and said, take my guitar, take my computer, take my cats. And so I was in Memphis for a couple of days in a hotel with these friends and their cats, and then a couple of days after that I drove to Missouri, and I think Pat got in touch with me maybe through email or through a text message in Missouri, and I could tell people, and I had a computer and a dial-up connection at the time. Mm-hmm. It was 2005, and I could tell people I was okay.
Oh boy, I just remember waiting for that message. We really were just like,
yeah.
I know she lives right in New Orleans at the time, so we were really worried.
I was in this farmhouse in the Boot Heel of Missouri. There's this social justice lawyer, Mary Howell, had she was from Missouri, and they had a farmhouse in the Boot Heel of Missouri, and so we were a few of us were holed up in this farmhouse in Missouri, and we were watching TV and the reports, and it was horrible, and we didn't know if we were ever coming back home.
Yeah, well,
that was the worst part for me.
I'll bet.
Yeah, and my interestingly enough, my next door neighbor was there, and we lived. We shared the two sides of the duplex. My next door neighbor with another neighbor and his dog. They were holed up in next door, and the water was about up to the third step, and didn't get into the house. But yeah, there was no electricity for weeks, and so I think the National Guard eventually got them, and put them on a boat and put them in a shelter.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah. Wow.
That's really scary. Wow.
Yeah. And I remember that feeling of whether people thought at all whether they were going to go back. And there was even later, probably a few weeks later, there was this understanding that some of the land that people had been living on might just never get back to them and might just get turned over to developers for real.
Right.
And that's why we put that line in there, will we find hope or will we find greed? Because that also was an issue. Like, not only were people feeling the loss personally, but maybe they were going to get pushed out of their home
permanently.
Oh yeah,
their neighborhoods and everything.
Yeah. I'll give a government program called the Road Home credit for trying to buy people out and either get them in homes or get them a new place. But yeah, and sadly, a lot of the greed was insidious because rents shot up and they were already starting to go up, and and there was the excuse was that there was the housing stock was depleted, and then the next thing you know is the taxes, and the rents just kept going up, and so a lot of people who were renting. Like myself, were really in dire straits, and I was lucky there too that my landlord it was an elderly couple that were my landlord and landlady, and they were nice. They didn't charge me rent for when I was gone, and they let me come back home and all. But a lot of people that I knew who were renters weren't so lucky.
Yeah, and that was a real thing. I mean, now we've all experienced that with the pandemic where suddenly we had no work, but we remember feeling like your weekly gig at Tipitina's you were not going to have.
Nope.
And people were already starting to get that they needed to do fundraisers for folks who had experienced the hurricane, no matter what their business was. But certainly we were looking at how were musicians affected. And we reached out to you to see if you wanted to come and join us because we were about to go on a tour. And
we actually had some work, so
Yes.
we could just deal you in, and that was an easy thing for us, and it was great for us.
it was. I
You
was
know,
just
it
going to
was
say.
great for
Fabulous.
us to have you, on tour with us. We always love playing music with you,
Yeah.
so it served us as well as serving you.
So much so because like some of that time was so much fun. We were all crammed into that our little Prius with your extra instruments and you and us and all of our stuff. And anyone who's seen us come into town knows that we have a lot of stuff, but we're like, absolutely not. We're going to get Gina in here. And it was one of, it was so important, like just for our friendship and for our musicianship. Like we got to sing with you on your songs, and you came up with a part for this song because I think we wrote it already on that tour. I'm not 100% sure, but we at least brought you in for the recording after that. And I remember we did some of those shows as fundraisers, also just for larger groups as well, like that were raising funds for musicians and stuff. But it was absolutely our honor to be able to be with you in that time and be part of what could keep you going through all of that uncertainty.
Afloat, as it
I
were.
was going to say afloat, and I thought I shouldn't say afloat.
I will always be grateful for,
And we will
your
too
help.
that you accepted.
I mean, I got to jam with y'all, but then I opened the show. I opened the show at just so many of these wonderful UU churches and etc. And the Women's Peace and Freedom League in Philadelphia, and gosh knows how many other venues from North Carolina on up to Massachusetts. I mean, we did like Equality Loudon in Virginia. And,
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good memory.
Yeah, really good memory. I can remember us being in that church because it's a stunning church.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
all wood, and just like the perfect place to perform in.
Yes.
And we always have loved singing backup for you for that. So that was
damn,
fantastic
yeah.
too.
Oh, it
I
was
think
so
you
much
learned
fun.
some guitar parts of Gina, so that
Yeah.
you could play fiddle, Gina, and not play your guitar, and Pat play your guitar part. Yeah.
Yeah.
But speaking of your fiddle, maybe we could ask you. We sent you a track that has our parts, so that you could play along with it, so that folks could hear this really stunning and
Fiddle part that makes us
Yeah.
cry every time she plays it.
Would it be okay if I played your track from the beginning?
of
'Cause,
course.
Yeah, no,
please,
that's
play,
fine.
Please, play the
I came
song.
in around the second chorus, but it'll probably give you guys an idea how I managed to
Yeah.
fit it in.
Yeah, that's
and
lovely.
that's a key part, because when you're listening to it, nobody knows that you're coming in. So we want to have that feeling of hearing the song and then hearing you join.
Yeah.
Where are you now? Where did you stay? Do you have food? Are you okay? Where did you sleep? Are you in peace? Where are you now? Where are you now? I held your hand firmly in mine, watched up ahead, pulled you behind. Then the tide surged, I couldn't hold Where did you stay? Do you have food? Are you okay? Where did you sleep? Are you in peace? Where are you now? Where are you now? I caught a glimpse. I thought it was you. Then the crowds rushed, the guardsmen pushed through. Where are you bound? How will I know? When will we meet? Where did you go? Where are you now? Where did you stay? Do you have food? Are you okay? Where did you sleep? Are you in peace? Where are you now? Where are you now? What will be left of the lives we've made when the storm breaks and the winds fade? Will we find hope? Will we find grief when the skies clear and the waters recede? Where are you now? Where did you stay? Do you have food? Are you okay? Where did you sleep? Are you in peace? Where are you now? 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 Where are you now?
Oh my.
That's just so beautiful.
Oh,
Oh my
thank you.
goodness. Oh my goodness. That
Thank
is-
you for asking me to play on that song.
Yeah. Thank you for playing on that song. We know that whole part like by heart. I'm just
Yeah.
you know, it's
Every phrase.
Yeah.
You were the perfect person to have play on that. How could we have anybody else?
you know, and there's so many things that are so beautiful about it, and there's just all that there's that sort of those haunting that's the other stuff Gina plays.
Yeah, my music player decided to play that it wanted to hear the Magnolia Sisters.
It's fantastic.
I love them, but I know y'all have something to say and y'all want to learn.
No, I was just going to
learn
say it's
where are
like
you now?
there's something about those haunting notes that you pull and turn that are just so beautiful.
Yeah.
And the double stops are just amazing. And oh
Thank
my
you.
goodness, it's amazing. So yes, Shireen said absolutely gorgeous. Thank you. And X's and X's for kisses. And Carolyn said heartbreakingly gorgeous. That's
Feeling
exactly
time. Yeah,
how we
nice.
feel about that. So we're so glad. Yes, and Lynn said, I'm so excited that it's recorded now with some video that I can review and then learn. Right, Lynn plays fiddle.
Yeah.
So, yeah. You know, we've had people along the years say, you also played on Swimming to the Other Side. And we've had a
Right.
couple people say, do you have that part notated so I can play the fiddle on it? So we should get you to do that. I don't know how.
Yeah, I did actually try my hand at transcribing Where Are
Okay.
You Now, just as a reference to what notes I played when.
Oh, that's
played
great.
when. So maybe I should do the same for Swimming to the Other Side.
Oh, sure. If you feel like you are up for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we might have fiddlers contacting you and saying, you send me those notes.
Yeah, I was really proud of what I did on that song with y'all.
No, it's just
You
beautiful.
should be.
Both of them are just beautiful
Yeah.
parts,
Thank
and you matched so perfectly the emotion of both of those songs. We really so appreciate it.
Yeah.
You know, you're
you.
the right person to play those parts.
Yeah.
Thank you so
always.
much.
Yeah. So thank you so much for being here. I think before we let you go, maybe is there stuff you want to tell folks about what you're doing now, where they can
Yeah.
find you live or online?
Well, I lived in New Orleans. I did manage to come back into my apartment, and I lived in that same apartment until about 5 years ago. About this time 5 years ago, I moved to Breaux Bridge, which is near Lafayette, and it's about 2 hours from New Orleans. So I go back to New Orleans a lot. My P.O. box is still there, and I live here now, and my wife. I got married in 2016, and my wife and I bought a house a couple years ago here in Breaux Bridge, and so that's where you're seeing me from my little studio / music room.
Nice.
That's great.
And
Yeah.
I was going to say, when you said my wife and I got married, I instantly thought, take that, Clarence Thomas.
That's right.
And speaking of that kind of thing, I do want to mention to folks that like you play these incredibly heartfelt fiddle parts, and you also write some of the funniest political songs that I know. So folks should check out your website and your recordings. You've got that Sweet and Sunny South and
Right.
just all sorts of. I think we had you on around the end of the year, and you had some Christmas song about Congress that was hilarious.
And
Yeah,
Gina's
I think I
other
even had like the committee investigating January 6th.
Right.
That was it.
right, yeah.
Right.
And Gina's other alter ego is that she plays Cajun music and
Yeah.
with Bruce Dagrapont and travels the world touring with that band and a bunch of other groups as well. So she's a very in demand fiddler and guitar player and songwriter. So there's lots to see.
Yes,
Wow.
lovely. Oh, and wow, Kathy says my favorite of Gina's is is Where You Are. There you are, actually. But she said, which comforted me from
Everywhere
when
You
my
Are, right.
everywhere you are. Okay, which comforted
Thank
me
you.
when my brother died. Says
Oh.
Kathy.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
We love singing that song with
Yeah.
you so much. Oh my God.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well,
So-
we love singing just about every song.
Yeah.
Any Gina Forsyth song, we love singing with you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thanks for
I
joining
love
us.
the harmonies y'all do with me,
Thank
and I hope to have y'all on.
We're going to
on the next
record
record.
those.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're
We're going to
ready.
record those
Ready.
someday because it's just so much fun. We love it.
Yeah. So thanks so much. I think we will take you off spotlight for the moment. You're welcome to stay because we're going to do a few more minutes of the song, and then we'll do our hang on Zoom after. And if you also need to go, we totally understand. But thank you so much for making time for us and for the song and
Absolutely.
for the film. And
So appreciate it.
Thank
Such a
you.
treat to see you.
Woo. All right. Well,
Should we do another one through?
I guess we could do another one
usually
through.
do.
Yeah, I think the only thing we didn't go over was the loop at the end, which is quite. I think you can
I
get
think it's
it.
pretty,
Yeah.
it's pretty easy to pick up
And
on.
maybe when we play it, Pat, since we don't have Gina live, only because of the lag that still exists online. When we get to that last chorus, let's do the single
Okay, sure.
and then bring the guitars back in.
Excuse me. Yeah, when we don't have the luxury of Gina with us, we do it just a slightly different arrangement at the end, but just like
So let's sing together. If you're just joining us now, there's There's a link at the top of your post there on Facebook where you can download the lyrics with chords as I'm playing them, capo at 7, or as Pat's playing them.
Open, no capo at all.
No capo at all. Let me give a little bit of
An
right
E,
hand.
or is it an A actually?
It is in A.
Is actually
It just
in A,
starts
but my
on-
my first chord is
again
E.
with that sense of uncertainty. It starts in on the 5 chord. So let me just give Lynn a picture of seeing how my right hand is for my part, and then we'll do the whole song. Like that bass note and then strumming, but just spaciousness is the thing to keep in mind. All right, so let's sing the song. Where are you now? Where are you now? Where did you stay? Do you have food? Are you okay? Where did you sleep? Are you in peace? Where are you now? Where are you now? I held your hand firmly in mine, watched up ahead, pulled you behind. Then the tide surged, I couldn't hold on. My love couldn't hold back a current so strong. Where are you now? Where did you stay? Do you have food? Are you okay? Where did you sleep? Are you in peace? Where are you now? Where are you now? I caught a glimpse, I thought it was you. Then the crowd rushed, the guardsmen pushed through. Where are you bound? How will I know? When will we meet? Where did you go? Where are you now? Where did you stay? Do you have food? Are you okay? Where did you sleep? Are you in peace? Where are you now? Where are you now? What will be left of the lives we had made when the storm breaks and the winds fade? Will we find hope? Will we find greed when the sky is clear and the waters recede? Where are you now? Where did you stay? Do you have food? Are you okay? Where did you sleep? Are you in peace? Where are you now? 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 that's how it goes. Tears, 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 said Hoda. Let me just give you the end since I played the wrong chords in the tag. I was thinking we were doing a double chorus, but anyway, it's where did you sleep? Are you in peace? Where are you now? 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 There it is. Thank you so much for joining us today for this song and for this really special week for us where we are announcing that we have a filmmaker, a fabulous filmmaker, Tom Weidlinger, who is making a documentary about us and our justice music work. That's why we have a camera here, and there's a camera you can't see.
And a black background.
And a black background. And it's really an honor for us. You know, I was mentioning to Tom that not only was this when we started these Learn a Song series back in March of 2020, we had no work, right? Suddenly everything was gone, and we wanted a way to stay in touch with you. But of course, it's become this thing where we get together, we see some of you every week, or all the weeks that we can do it when we're not on the road now. And you are our family now, you are our community now, so we're thrilled to bring you into the film as well with us. You can be part of staying in touch with us about what's coming up first, and we have shows. We're going to Florida, September 9th in St. Petersburg, September 10th in Orlando, September 11th in Gainesville, September 17th in Miami. And then we go to North Carolina for shows in Charlotte. Let's see if I can remember all of them. Asheville, Chapel Hill, Greensboro, something else.
Waiting for confirmation on Raleigh.
Probably Brevard. Is that what it's
Yeah,
called?
we're on for Brevard.
Not necessarily in that order.
Yeah.
Please check out our website, join our mailing list, or stay in touch with us here on Facebook or on YouTube for folks who are watching after the fact.
And we'll be in Virginia.
Then we'll be in Virginia October 1st, and we'll
Yep.
be in New York October 2nd and 15th, or something, 2nd and 8th, something like that. 7th in Maryland. So lots of things going on. So stay in touch with us. Stay in touch with us about this film as well. We would love your support, both in spreading the word, as Pat mentioned, and also sending us photos or videos that you might have of us from along these 20 years that we've been doing this. Wait till you see some of these baby photos we have, not just of when we were actual babies, but babies as 20 years ago when we started doing this work. And we invite you to donate to the project as well. There's links in your chat here in Zoom and on the comments in Facebook. Thanks to our fabulous team, Rada and Marcy here today,
Yes.
holding it all together. And
Thanks so much, y'all. The tech
thanks,
team.
as always, to Toby, Moria, Alice, and Paula, the rest of our tech team. And we're going to do a hang up here on Zoom, as we always do. And for folks who are watching after the fact on YouTube or on Facebook, we invite you to join us sometime live on a Sunday. Marcy is reminding us to say that we have 2 CDs, 2 new CDs. Here they are. Evolution, our 20 years together, and rooted with songs that we've written during these pandemic times. Thank you for that reminder, Marcy. Cheryl says, will you be coming to Los Angeles? Absolutely. We just don't have a date yet, but we certainly would love to come down there again.
Yeah, I'll be looking into doing some possible Southern California dates in the winter or spring, so I'll start looking at those. Also, I know we have some folks in the Southwest that have been trying to get us down there, and Boise is always a possibility, so it's all in how these things fall together. So if you can help us get some contacts together, that always helps.
Yeah, let me say that those 2 tours that we're doing, North Carolina and Florida, are thanks to 2 guys on our list, Thomas Clayton in North Carolina and Steve Hanna from Florida, who reached out to us and said, we'd like to have you at our congregation, and would you be okay if I spread the word to other congregations and try to get you some more gigs? And we said, oh,
More
yeah.
than okay.
So please, you can join our team like Steve and Thomas did and help us get to your town.
Yeah.
So thanks so much. Big love and thanks as always to Gina Forsyth. Big love and thanks to Tom Weidlinger here in the room with us. If you're on Zoom, stick around. If you're on Facebook and YouTube, we will see you
Yeah,
next
take care, y'all.
time.
See you next time.